right, so the second problem that I want to go over today is number 8. Number 8 says Gerald made the following statement. A cube with edges that measures 4 centimeters has a volume that is twice as much as a cube with edges that measures 2 centimeters. Is Gerald's statement true or false? Justify your thinking. So this is a fill in the blank, and so we're going to have to think about what that means. So when I go back and I look at what Gerald is talking about, what is the shape that Gerald is talking about here? Grace?
He's talking about
Let's try that again. Aubrey? He's talking about a cube. So for number 8, which is on my paper, I'm going to do my best to draw a cube. So that's going to look like a square face. And then we're going to slightly kind of overlap another square face. And then we're going to connect those. So now we have a cube. What is the next statement that Gerald makes about this cube? What's the next thing that Gerald says about this cube that we might want to write down? Elin. Has edges that measure 4. So that means that if the front is 4 centimeters, what is the width of this cube? 4 centimeters. What is the height of this cube? 4 centimeters. They are all the same. So if I wanted to think about the volume of this, I would say 4 times 4 times 4. And when I multiply 4 times 4, I'm going to get 16. And when I multiply 16 by 4, I will end up getting 64. When I go back and look at what Gerald says next, it says 4 centimeters, that this cube with edges that measure 4 centimeters has a volume that is twice as much a cube with edges that measures 2 centimeters. So I think we're going to need to draw a cube, and we're going to need to label this one how? 2 centimeters. Let's do that now. Same as before. I'm going to draw a smaller square, and connect them together. And this time I'm going to not label it 4, but I'm going to label it 2. So that means if the front is 2 centimeters, Madden, what is the width? 2 centimeters. And Corey, what is the height? 2 centimeters. So if I wanted to find the volume of this item, I would take the length times the width times the height. And that would mean 2 times 2 times 2 equals the volume. Well, what does 2 times 2 give me? 4. And what is 4 times 2 going to give me? 8. So I have this smaller cube that has 8 cubic centimeters. I I have this larger cube with 64 cubic centimeters. And when I go back to look at my statement, is 64 twice as much as 8? No. So our first answer is going to be no. It's not twice as much. In fact, what is the relationship between our cube that is 64 and our cube that is 8? What is that relationship there? How much bigger is the larger cube than the smaller cube? Chris. What is that relationship between the number 8 and the number 64? Elin? 8 times bigger. No, the relationship is 8 times as much. I thought that was kind of hard because when you first look at it, you notice that these are just increasing or decreasing by 2. Right? That it's getting smaller, and that relationship would be half, but it isn't half, or it's a relationship. The relationship is not only going down half in one place, but in all the places. So it's 1/8 of the size, or 64 is 8 times larger than 8 centimeters. And over here we could say that 8 centimeters is 1/8 of 64. So those are the relationships that we're looking at. So it is not half. What questions can I answer for you about that?